Hello.
Hello.
Bit of an unusual one this week.
Oh, very unusual. We've not done this before.
What sort of video have we never done before?
Uh,
A reaction video?
Yes.
Do you know what a reaction video is?
I do. I watch loads of them.
Do you?
Yeah, I do actually, yeah.
A reaction video is where somebody posts a video of themselves reacting to watching another video.
Yes, that's it.
The principle of it sounds a bit creepy and weird.
It's been done to us, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. We've seen videos of people reacting to our videos,
Yeah.
which is a bit weird. And we've never done one before, so we're going to do one today, and it's probably the only one we're ever going to do.
Yes.
Because this week is also the anniversary of our wedding, which was the middle of August last year, 2024. So we thought, how can we celebrate the anniversary with you in a bit of an unusual way?
Yes.
And we thought, well, we never posted the full wedding video that we had done.
No, we didn't.
So we're going to show you the wedding video, but we're going to watch it with you so that we can react.
React.
Oh, that's a surprise. I never saw that coming. We can basically talk you through some of the stuff that was going on, how we were feeling, things that were going on in the background, and a few little secrets that nobody really knows.
Yes.
If you don't want to watch it with us nattering in the background down in the corner of the screen, you'll be able to watch the full video over on our Patreon, or if you're a YouTube member, we'll put it on the members only section of that too.
Yes, we will.
I'm a little bit nervous because, I mean, we've watched the video, but we don't watch it like a lot, do we?
I've watched it many times.
Have you?
Many times.
There's certain bits of it I like to watch.
It's on the bottom of it's on my computer right at the bottom of the window, so that I can just click on it at any time.
I'm getting nervous. I'm getting sweaty palms. Right, I'm going to press play then.
Yes.
And so we can watch it together. We need to put our little earphones in.
Yeah, we do. Let's give them here.
You ready? There's one for you, one for me.
There we go. We can hear it now.
Right, are you ready? Let's go. I think the thing for me was that from day one.
The iconic castle.
If you watch the Traitors in the UK or in America, you will recognise that view because it's the Traitors Castle. And we didn't know, well, we did know it was the Traitors Castle, but they'd only just filmed season 1 when we booked it.
Yes.
So the Traitors wasn't a big thing when we booked it, was it?
No, it didn't really get big until season 2, did it?
Yeah, that's where the Traitors flag flies. And we booked the castle for 3 days. So we arrived on the Friday, the day before the wedding. And we had access to it most of Friday and then the wedding day and Sunday. That's Alexander. He's the bagpiper, and he was out at the front of the castle bagpiping.
Welcoming the guests.
As guests were arriving. That's the famous stag view from Traitors.
That was our balcony,
That
where
was
the
our
flagpole
balcony.
is.
It was, yeah. And then you come into the castle, and it's just as amazing inside as it is outside, isn't it?
We've still got all these boards.
So that's the florist setting up in the Great Hall. And a friend of mine called Sam says to me, if you get some time, walk around the castle and take it all in while it's quiet.
Yes.
Because you never kind of get that again, and that's what I did. That's the Great Hall, so that's where they film the what's it called?
Round table.
The round table scenes in Traitors. And they build a set in there, but that's where our ceremony was.
Yes.
That's the staircase and the balcony, isn't it? So that's our balcony upstairs. We were looking out.
Watching all these arrive.
Yeah, so these are... Oh, this is the first minibus, so this is our neighbours. I say neighbours. They're like half a mile apart on the glen where we live. But they were the first to arrive. There's about a dozen or more of them.
Yeah,
maybe
well,
20.
there they are. They're all there, yeah.
And then private guests started to arrive by car. And we put another bus on as well, didn't we?
We did from Inverness, yes, for all the people that came from around the world.
But that's our neighbours getting photographs. That's Sam and Phil. Sam was the one who told me who to walk round and take it in.
That's our friends
Gabby and Justin. He's responsible for that.
Yes.
In a good way. I like that, by the way. And the gardens were amazing.
There's the coach.
So we laid a coach on from Inverness for all the people arriving by air and by rail. And they stayed in Inverness overnight, and then we laid that coach on for them to bring them from Inverness up to the castle, didn't we?
Yeah, because it's about half an hour away from Inverness.
And then it took them back again. That's us in our suite watching them arrive.
That bedroom was bigger than our house.
It actually was. So nervous. My tartan shoes and the rings.
Not so shiny anymore.
They're not that shiny now, are they? A year later. That's hard work for you, is that? And then they're getting ready. Oh, so many cards and
and
presents
gifts
and stuff. It was amazing.
Colin fastening me up.
We'd practiced getting ready maybe about half a dozen times, haven't we?
Yeah, we had.
So we kind of knew what we were doing. And the laces, what was it called, where you put the laces around the bottom of your legs?
I can't remember what that's called.
We must have practiced that a dozen times or more.
And I had to do it about 4 times around Colin's legs because he kept saying, no, that's not right, that's
not
right.
It kept falling down. Oh dear, that's the skin do that Justin made for us, the knife. So we had to get ready twice. We had to get ready for us, and then we had to get ready again for the cameras, because the cameras want us to film us getting ready. Me fastening your corset up.
My corset? I looked quite well there, didn't I?
You were trying to strangle me. It's you fastening my corset. And the suite was just looking out over the gardens. It was amazing, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, what's that called? The furry thing?
The furry thing? That was our sporran.
Sporrans, that's it, yeah. Our individual his and his windows.
His and his windows, yeah.
So this was a very camera-y bit, wasn't it? Where it's like, right, Colin, now you do yours up. Right, Sean, now you do yours up.
Colin now knows how I feel, and he's been directed.
So Kev doing my buttonhole. By this time, it's about 7 minutes past 12, and we were supposed to be starting the ceremony at 12. So I was panicking at this point.
You were, weren't you?
I didn't realise, and people were waiting down in the Great Hall for us. There they are, look. Sean's family and friends, and some boaty people up at the back. Some of my family, some of my friends. One of my family there. Again, if you watch Traitors, you'll recognise that staircase.
Yes, you will.
And the hallway right in the middle of the castle. That big, massive... There was loads of flowers, weren't there?
Oh, God.
And we had roses, white roses for Yorkshire, and thistles for Scotland.
Yeah, we did.
And then there's Alexander again.
Piping us into the Great Hall.
So, I actually don't remember people clapping.
That's
strange.
Yeah, I do.
So you'll recognise again that corridor from Traitors, and then we walk into the Great Hall, and I'm so nervous. And there's Kev, which is my best man, and Michelle, which is Sean's sister,
my best woman,
walking behind him. And then it was the ceremony.
I remember when they walked down the aisle, hand in hand, Kev and my sister, and Sue looking back saying, my husband's holding someone else's hand.
So we are gathered here today in the presence of friends and family for the marriage of Colin and Sean. We're here to share their joy and to promise them our support and our love. Some of us are from just down the road. Others have travelled much further. What I noticed today was we have representatives of Scotland and Yorkshire, 2 countries that are blighted by the same terrible accusation against us, that we're a bit frugal with the cash. After dinner, we're putting that rumour to bed. There's going to be a test to see who opens their wallet first. But we're also mindful of the people who might not be able to be here today, but are certainly here with us all in spirit. But perhaps one of the nicest things about a wedding is that as we look around, we might not actually know all the people around us. But it's our love for these 2 wonderful chaps here that unite us. Now, I have to confess, I'm a bit of a Star Trek fan. Live long and prosper. And their creator, Gene Roddenberry, once said this: in a very real sense, we are all aliens on a strange planet. We spend most of our lives reaching out and trying to communicate. But if, during our whole lifetime, we could really reach out and really communicate as 2 people, then we are very fortunate. Marriage is a special gift. And today, Sean and Colin are giving themselves to each other in love, to live faithfully together, to love each other with respect and tenderness and delight. The companionship and comfort of marriage enable the full expression of love, and they share the life of a home in which they help shape society and in which human dignity and happiness may abound. Now, ministers, well, we never shut up, as you know, but we've always got something to say about marriage. It was Terry Pratchett who once said that marriage is made up of 2 people who are prepared to swear that only the other one snores. But weddings are the best part of my job. And even a minister can't escape email. But when they emailed me at the top of the year, good grief, was it only 8 months, about being the celebrant here today, I was honoured. And I replied with my usual fee, will work for wedding cake. I think we said honey, didn't we? Yeah. But like so many other people, I've got to know them online. And especially through lockdown, your videos were a highlight of the week, giving a glimpse of the world beyond the short distances we're allowed to travel. But at the centre of it all was you two of the best people I've come to meet. Now, when we do a wedding, there's always a bit where the minister tries to instill a bit of advice for the couple. I was told once that the secret of a happy marriage is separate beds, and it's true. It's true. Mine's in Glasgow, Susan's is in Inverness. Hi, Susan. In one of your videos, you said that in every relationship there's a person who stacks the dishwasher like a Scandinavian architect, and a person who stacks it like a raccoon on meth. And I'll not say who was who. But you did follow up by saying how much you loved each other, and you wouldn't change a thing, and that you're able to laugh and laugh with each other. And that is a blessing in itself. It was so easy finding material for this too, you've no idea. But the thing is, you've been together for 32 years. So it's us who should be asking you two for advice. In the past few years, you've got through plague, fire and swarms of insects. The plague being COVID, the fire being the one on the hill above the house. And the swarms of insects, well, Colin caught them and he's got another 4 swarms. The honey will follow shortly. But you've had an adventure together, be it on land, afloat or underwater. And the thing is, the adventure never ends. There's always something new. Always something to try. And even if it doesn't go well, the one enduring fact is that you have been and you will be just by each other's side. You've shown that you care deeply for one another. A friend of mine once sent me a card that said, "May God give you the power to do outrageous things." And that's my prayer for you two today. May you continue to do outrageous things together. Don't ever give up, because in your own words, there's always a way. In his letter to the Corinthians, Paul wrote of the enduring nature of love. He said, "If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I'm a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to move mountains, but do not have love, I'm nothing. If I give away all my possessions, if I hand over my body, if I do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. Does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. For love never ends. As for prophecies, they'll come to an end. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will come to an end. For we know only in part, and we prophesy only in part. But when the complete comes, the partial will come to an end. Because it is love. It's love which unites us all. And I wish love to you both. Long-lasting, enduring love. Because faith, hope, and love abide in these three. The greatest of these three is love. So as we all weather the storms of life, to you, I hope you know the love that always hopes, always perseveres, and always endures. If you're the praying type, let's come together for a moment in prayer. Almighty God, from whom all things come, and in whom all loving relationships have their beginning, we ask that your Holy Spirit be with us on this day of great rejoicing. We give you thanks for calling Colin and Sean to be your servants. Help them to respond gladly to your call and obey your will. Make them ready for every demand you make on their lives, that they may serve you faithfully and show forth your love to the world through the lifelong commitment that they make before us gathered here today. And we make this and all our prayers through Christ, our living, loving Lord. Amen.
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 This is where it gets nervous now.
Yeah, because we hadn't rehearsed this.
So, do you want to turn
We
to each
actually
other
genuinely
and join
hadn't.
us?
We trusted James to write the service, and he said to me, do you trust me to
And
just
did we
do
work out
it?
who was going
And then you
first?
just turn up
Colin
and read
first.
the bits that he tells us to
Yeah,
read, didn't
we
it?
knew
Right,
nothing
repeat after
what he
me.
was going to say.
In the presence of God and before these witnesses,
In the presence of God before these witnesses,
I, Colin, give myself to you, Sean,
I, Colin, give myself to you, Sean,
and take you now to be my husband.
and take you now to be my husband.
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
to be faithful and loyal to you,
to be faithful and loyal to you,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall.
Yay, I did my bit all right.
Oh, be quiet.
In the presence of God and before these witnesses,
In the presence of God and before these witnesses,
I, Sean, give myself to you, Colin,
I, Sean, give myself to you, Colin,
and take you now to be my husband.
and take you now to be my husband.
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
to be faithful and loyal to you,
to be faithful and loyal to you,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
I only fluff it a little.
Now, let's have the rings, if you please.
Oh, the rings was a bit of a nightmare because it's the same ring but a different size.
Yeah.
And we did rehearse this bit and we got them mixed up, didn't
Let's
we?
not
Yeah.
mix these up.
Best woman and best man doing their duties.
So as a token of the covenant into which you have entered, these rings are given and received. May they be a sign of the unending love you've pledged to each other. So Colin, I think you were going first. And the words were, I give you this ring as a symbol of all we've promised and all that we shall share.
I give you the ring. I give you this ring as a symbol of all that we've promised
And all that we shall share.
and all that we shall share.
You couldn't get it right.
I just couldn't remember it.
You get fairy liquid. Yeah, right. And yourself.
Wrong hand.
I give you this ring as a symbol of all that we've promised.
I nearly put
and
it
all
on
that we
your finger on the wrong hand.
that one, yeah. Nearly.
Say that again.
I give you this ring as a symbol of all that we've promised and all that we shall share.
I give you this ring as a symbol of all that we've promised and all that we share.
Go on.
Get going. Let's join hands together. Since you've covenanted together in marriage, and you've declared your love for each other before God and these witnesses, I proclaim you to be joined as husbands in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
So you're not the wife
Amen.
then?
Colin, Sean, you may now kiss your husbands.
Yay!
Hey. Done.
You're mine now.
Ah, yes. I'm owned.
That's official now.
Weren't you nervous?
No, not really, no.
So, Colin and Sean, may you continue a life of joy and fulfilment on the foundations of love. May you be sustained by the love and support that now surrounds you here today.
I loved the speech and verse he gave.
Stay understanding of each other. Nurture your warm and loyal friendship, and go forward from this day delighting in your love, which will forever grow. Stay forever able to heal and to help to overcome any difficulties. And let everyone see in you a symbol of love from which nothing can separate and nothing can overcome. And it will remain in you forever. Now, you who are gathered here today, as the family and friends of Sean and Colin, do you promise to love them, support them, and be there in sickness and in health for long as we all shall live? I don't believe you. See it again? Yay, that's better. I will point out that it was a similar promise that started the Trojan War, but we'll be fine. Now, there is one other thing.
We had no idea about this, did we?
No.
Tablet's gone upside down. This here.
And James gifted us that.
Yeah.
It's called a quaich. I don't know if you've ever seen these before. This is a Scottish drinking vessel. Its origins are lost in the midst of time, but its symbolism is ever powerful. It's passed by its two handles and received by its two handles. Both the hands of the giver and the receiver are involved.
Which of us is the giver and which of us is the receiver?
All of it.
I will not. That's a good Deanston.
I'm panicking. I remember panicking, looking
one.
and trying to work out what's going on.
Colin and Sean, you've made your spiritual vows to one another. Vows that bind you for as long as your spirits live, which is for all
We
eternity.
still have that little bottle of whiskey.
Each of you has reached out to the other with both hands, giving and receiving all that you have and all you'll become. So give now to one another of this cup. Let it symbolize that in your marriage you'll drink together the cup of these spiritual things, the cup of one another's bliss and of one another's burdens, the cup of all the days that have brought you to this day and the days that are still to be, the cup of the promise of laughter and tears experienced together. Now, it is traditional to perform this ceremony with whiskey, but there's just a wee drop in here. This is a Deanston. My granny actually worked in the former cotton mill where this was blended. But this is from the soil and the water and the air of Scotland, and it represents the spirit of the gladness you have in your power to give one another.
Did you have any idea what to do here?
I had no clue because
Sean,
we hadn't
your turn.
rehearsed it, had we?
To take that, pass it to Colin, who drinks from it first.
There was not that much
Save
in
some.
there.
No,
and
there weren't.
I didn't want to take much. It barely touched my lips.
And then Colin, you
And then
return
as
it
soon
to
as
Sean,
you got
who
hold
drinks
of it,
from
gumph, there it goes.
I had to finish it. There's Colin saying, yeah, it's gone.
And that's a wee gift from Susan and I, so a wee thank you.
And then there was something else. Was it the shortbreads?
And in
Shortbreads,
the
yes.
same way,
And I had no idea about this. I was just going to take it and eat it.
you take
And
some
then,
and pass it
and then
to
he's
Sean.
like, no, you got to swap it over and you got to give each other, I think,
Sean.
wasn't it? Yeah, I'm confused.
You pass yours to him.
Just holding this piece of shortbread.
You'll work it out. Yeah, it's an exchange. So eat now of this food that's also from the soil and the water and the air of Scotland. Let it symbolise the material things that bring you to life together and will continue to bring. Feed one another, remembering that you'll nurture one another every day of your lives, celebrating who you are. So the road that might have brought you here is occasionally smooth, occasionally rough, and that was just the driveway. But that's the road of our lives. Whatever the state of the road that each of you has travelled, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rains fall soft upon your fields until we meet again. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to please be upstanding just now for Mr. and Mr. Dobson Fox. Gents.
Cheers, James. Thank you.
Now, I think we have a party to go to.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember if I was relieved or I just wanted that bit to go on forever, but that was amazing. Oh no, it's that embarrassing fist bump.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
You fist bumped Tom.
Ah.
It's something you've never done.
I've never fist bumped anybody in my life. I don't know where. I don't even remember doing it until I watched the video after. And then everybody coming.
Everybody following us down
Mrs.
the aisle.
Minch. And there we all are. There's the group of us out on the steps, waving at the drone. There it goes. We all had to shout, even though there's no microphone on the drone.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
There's Fran.
Fran and Rich.
Fran and Rich. Good old Alfie there.
Alfie Barlow. Jamie and Lucy. Sam and Carol.
Sam, Carol and Mark.
I liked this bit, and I'm so glad it didn't rain.
Yeah. There's one of our neighbours.
Because the forecast was like up and down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we were so lucky that it didn't rain all day. It was just right. And there was a bit of a breeze, so there was no midges.
Oh, that was amazing. No midges.
Yeah. Jamie pulling faces for camera. Some more of our neighbours. I was just buzzing.
There's Nigel and Lorraine.
Weren't you just buzzing at all
Absolutely.
this? Jane again. There was just so many photos all day.
It was non-stop, wasn't it?
Inside and outside the castle, because we had two photographers floating around inside and outside the castle.
And 2 videographers.
And two videographers. So there was like 4 people taking photos and video.
Yeah.
It's in the billiard room, isn't it? And the
There's Kelvin and
breakfast
Kendall.
room.
Awesome. I never got any books, Fizz.
Did you not?
No.
I don't even remember seeing it.
I think I was walking up and down with a bottle of beer in my hand.
So while everybody's in the various rooms around the castle and we're all taking photographs, the reason we're all doing that is they were repurposing the Great Hall. So they were taking all the chairs out that we'd been using for the ceremony, and they were putting all the tables in and getting it ready for the wedding breakfast.
Yeah.
And they only had about 2.5 hours
Something like that.
to turn it around. And when you see it, you won't believe the transformation that they do in like 2 hours. Oh no, this is...
About 5 times we walked up and down those steps to get that shot.
I thought this is a bit cringy.
Do you?
Because
you know what videographers are like. You do it yourself.
I know, but because I'm not a good actor. And I know it's like all the traditional wedding kind of stuff, isn't it? Where you kind of look at each... But the videographer's like shouting at us, look in each other's eyes, and you can just see me. I'm so uncomfortable. I don't do eye contact.
No, you don't, dear.
And so the videographer's shouting, look in each other's eyes and look loving and like you just got married.
Which made you grin like a Cheshire cat, didn't it?
Yeah, because every time Sean would look right in my eyes, I'd start to grin because I was just nervous and uncomfortable. And that would start him off laughing. And I think that's why it's in slow motion, because I could only manage like 1 or 2 seconds before I would look away. And there's Sean after I told him how much the day had cost.
I was crying.
How much? And then we disappeared into the woods.
Oh, I say.
And there's me whispering to Sean, go on, nobody will see. They're all back up waiting for the wedding breakfast.
Even the videographer's hiding.
Yeah, I'll go behind this tree, give them a moment. That was just before conception, wasn't it?
Conception?
Yeah. And there we are again, look, eye contact. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Don't do eye contact. And you were just staring.
Yeah, because I don't have a problem with it.
And again, look, you just kind of and then you're kind of getting closer and closer, and I'm like, no, no, no. And then you taking me deeper into the woods, or just taking me deeper.
I say.
Well, we were married. We're allowed to.
Yeah.
We were allowed to do that.
But you
now.
still can't say that.
This is all still in the grounds of the castle, so this is like way down in the gardens, and then just off towards the edges. And then we're walking back. Oh, again, just looking each other's eyes. I'm like, no, I want to get back. It was the gardens were lovely though, weren't they?
Absolutely stunning.
And there's people stood at the top, and the photographers were saying, "Get out of the way!
Get out of the way!
Get out of the way of the camera!" Sure, my laces were coming down a little bit.
They probably were. I think mine were as well.
Yeah. Don't look at the camera, Sean.
No, yeah.
These were nice. There were some shots up here near the stags, and then at the back of the wall.
Yeah.
that were quite nice. The photographs, anyway.
Yeah, the photographs were stunning.
The video's all right. I'm still laughing and giggling at trying to maintain eye contact. I actually look quite chilled there.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, and then not again there.
Not again, because, yeah. Did he run towards us doing that, or were it the drone?
That was the drone. The drone was coming towards us. And there again with the eye contact.
The famous stags.
We should have had a Foxes Afloat flag.
No, I don't think we should. That made an awesome photo, didn't it?
That was a nice photo. There's another photo which is taken a little bit further back from that angle, isn't it?
Yeah.
With all that. Is it ivy? Or I don't know.
It's ivy, yeah.
And that is one of our favourite photos. And
My legs are going.
Sean's knees have gone. That's Kevin, Sue and Michelle
my
and Darren.
sister and brother-in-law, Michelle and Darren.
Darren hates being photographed.
Oh, he hates it.
He hates it.
Absolutely hates it.
Almost as uncomfortable as me. Sean's family.
Yeah, awesome to have all them there.
Joanne and Dave. Dave's actually no longer with us.
No, he sadly passed away a few weeks ago.
Yeah. And then some of my, well, I say some of my family. There was only one member of my family there, that's my cousin Darren.
Cousin Darren, his wife and his kids.
In the blue suit. There they are. And
they had an awesome time.
There's Sam.
My cousin Sam.
He's absolutely brilliant.
He loved that day.
That's my best mate Jamie and his girlfriend Lucy. And the boaters.
The boaters.
Derek and Pauline and... Oh, they've gone already.
They've gone.
Sue.
Sue, my cousin. There's the boaters again.
Pat and Eileen. Derek he's broken his shoulder.
He had, yes.
Just a couple of days. And then we're back in the Great Hall, which they've now set up for the wedding breakfast. You see how different it looks. So the candelabras, we weren't allowed real candles because of the fire thing.
Fire risk.
Because the wood everywhere. But yeah, I think we had 12 tables.
Yeah.
Everybody had little individual gift bags.
With their own name on it.
And there was about 10 to 12 people on each table.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
12 tables, there's the gift bags. The gift bags had like handmade little treats in from us. So
yeah,
there was...
they got some of my marmalade.
Yeah. Wedding cake!
Woohoo!
I wish we'd have had longer to think about the wedding cakes. We kind of rushed that.
We did.
Fiona did a really good job.
She did an amazing job.
I mean, look at that. That is just awesome. It was an amazing setup, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the Great Hall repurposed. So that was for the wedding breakfast.
Ready for the guests again.
That's Emma. So she was the harpist. She was playing as we were walking in. Watch on the left-hand side. You can see Lucas's hand holding the table while we're cutting the cake.
Yeah, because we were liable to knock it over.
Yeah, photographers running around everywhere.
Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Michelle, the very proud sister of one of our glamorous grooms, Sean. I want to start by congratulating Sean and Colin and thanking you all for making the journey up here today. It is an honour to be my brother's best woman. But as the big day approached, I did realise I would have to make a speech. Being the shy one, obviously, I hate talking in front of a group of people. I was going to ask Colin and Sean if I didn't have to do a speech, but have you ever tried saying no to these two? So here goes. I had the great pleasure of growing up with our Sean. Our parents gave us both a happy and carefree childhood. To be honest, we could be pretty bad at times, as kids can be, especially our Sean. Definitely not me. Sean was a difficult one. We both got up to many antics. At the age of around 9, I always remember Dad taking Sean down to the police station because he'd been throwing not stones, but spark plugs through the school windows. How Dad ever found out, we will never know, but he took him down to the police station. Excuse me, my hat is coming off, so I'll take it off. We will never find out how we knew, but he took him down to the police station and asked them to lock him up for the night. Obviously, they didn't. Yep.
Don't worry, you're all right.
Yeah, I know.
Well.
Not long after that, Sean took me on a little trip. A trip across a building site and then the railway lines. Can you remember? What we didn't anticipate was Dad was watching us from the bedroom window. He could see exactly what we were up to. With his belt at the ready, he came after us. And he marched us all the way home. And yes, we did get the belt, didn't we? We did. One last tale. Dad worked down the mine. He worked down the mines and he worked damn hard to give us everything that we could. We came home from school one day and Mum was at work, only to find Dad dead on the sofa, or so we thought. So we ran up the street to our grandparents screaming that Dad was dead. Obviously, my grandma came down. He was drunk. He just passed out drunk. After years later, when Mum passed away, Sean and Dad became the best of drinking buddies and would repeat playing dead. On many occasions, Dad idolised his drinking buddy. There are so many stories to tell. Growing up in the Fox family was not only loving, but fun, amazing, and most of all, crazy. At 16, Sean left home to pursue a career in the Navy. I couldn't wait for that day to arrive. The minute he had left, I was straight up those stairs and I'd got the big bedroom. Yeah. All you younger siblings, you know, if you just get the leftovers. So it was a good day that day. A couple of years later, at the age of 19, Sean wrote a letter to Mum and Dad explaining he was gay. That letter must have been one of the hardest letters to write. He wrote that he didn't want to be a disappointment to them, and he would also understand if they never wanted anything to do with him. But in all honesty, Sean was never a disappointment and was loved unconditionally, as was I. But Mum being Mum, and this is very true, she took it upon herself to go to the doctors to see if there was anything she could do. We laugh about it now. Then in June of 1993, when Sean met Colin, you could see from the beginning their life wouldn't amount to much. When they first moved in together, their first business was a mobile discotheque. They do private parties, club discos, all in the local area. Then they both trained to become electricians, even though Sean's colourblind, he must have been the help. Yeah. They lived in the Maldives for a short while and became professional scuba divers. Yeah. When they returned, Sean passed his HGV and became a bus driver working in the Leeds city centre on his own big red bus. Colin also set up his own business as a personal trainer and bought a property to work from. They decided they'd both had enough of a mundane life and moved on to the boat, where they started vlogging. And may I say, the rest is history. To be fair, what a wonderful, colourful life they have had and are still living. Colin is not my brother-in-law, he is my brother. That day in June, he lit a light in Sean's life, and to be honest, that light is still shining. He is my brother's soulmate, and I wish them both eternal happiness. I know if Mum and Dad were here today, they would be immensely proud. I know they'll be looking down on us in amazement. As Sean's younger sister, I am overwhelmed with love for them both. The best gift anyone can give in life is to be loved and give love. So on that note, please raise your glasses, if you've got something in your glasses, to my brothers, Sean and Colin.
I knew Michelle was going to get emotional, and I knew you were going to get emotional.
All got very, very emotional.
I'm sat there thinking, come on, lighten it up, it's a wedding.
Well, this is going to be a disappointment after that one. Just so you know, this is the only speech I have ever done, so I'm not going to be doing it for long. So, if you've ever watched me on YouTube or on Amazon, you know I never say much. So, thank you all for coming. I hope you all like your little gift bags. We've been packing them for the last 2 weeks. I I know our Carol will like them because she hasn't paid for them. Being serious though, looking round this hall, I get goosebumps. Because everyone that's here is who we wished were here. I really mean it when I say that, so thank you all for coming. But I do imagine one more table. Right here at the front, with my mum and dad, my Auntie Barbara, my Uncle Pete, my Uncle Roy, Auntie June, my Auntie Alice. Too many that we've lost. All of them. I wish they were here. They loved a wedding and a great party. Even though they all saw us happy together for years, I know they'd love to be sitting here with us today, getting a free meal. Oh dear. I know it's not just us that have lost people. Everybody's lost someone they love. So raise your glasses to those you love and those you've lost. Oh, God.
Come on. All right.
Natural choice for best man would have been my dad. And he would have been so proud to be sat next to me here. But instead, I'm the proud one to have my lovely, beautiful younger sister here. Sat next to me as best woman. I love you, sis.
I love you too.
My brother-in-law, Darren, who's not going to get a wink of sleep tonight because she's on the Prosecco and the windows will be rattling tonight.
Oh, dear.
Colin, the last 32 years have been more than I could have wished for. If I could give you one thing in life, it would to be see yourself through my eyes. Then you'd realise how special you are. Oh, God. I love you and hope every day is as happy as today, just not as expensive. Right, that's my speech. I'm done now. I'm going to hand over to a scouse in a kilt, which I thought I'd never see. And not to offend any Scots, sorry, Kev, you look like you should be wearing tights as well.
I can't believe you said that to Kev.
I know, I could see your face. You went, what?
Yeah, Sue didn't look impressed either.
Still wiping my eyes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Sean. I'll refrain from reading the next line. I'll just take that one on the chin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Kev, and I am fortunate enough to call Colin and Sean the best of friends. And today, I'm honoured to be Colin's best man. I'm going to tell you a little story about the journey that led us towards ultimately being here today. So looking back, the journey to my role today started, of all places, Twitter. When the boys were researching buying a boat, being very new to the boat building industry, I, at the time, was using Twitter to get an insight into the boating community and ultimately gain opinions from boaters on our boats. This very quickly turned into Colin taking the mick, and obviously in the nicest possible way only Colin is capable of. He would often hijack my tweets by retweeting them, having obviously photoshopped something rude into the pictures. Now, at the time, the majority of the boaters using Twitter were all, let's say, a tad conservative. Colin very quickly changed that into a riot of innuendo and great banter. And the day we eventually got to meet, obviously Colin had to film the event, deciding at one point to strip to his birthday suit, and this is not made up, and take a shower in a customer's brand new boat. while Sean filmed the proceedings with hoots of laughter and encouragement. I remember getting home that evening and saying to Sue, "I'm exhausted. These two are bonkers." Little did we know back then it would be the start of what is a simply wonderful relationship. So after visiting several other boat builders and basically eating as much cake as possible, it was quickly decided we would build Silver Fox, and the boys would film the journey from start to finish. The building of the boat was relatively straightforward, other than the 300 questions Colin would ask on a daily basis, the constant "can I have" requests, and "can you do that again so I can film it from a better angle?" Yeah, pretty straightforward. But however, one of the granted special requests was a secret cupboard. Now, you have heard of the secret cupboard. It actually does exist. But we'll return to that shortly. Okay, soon enough, Silver Fox was ready and launch day had arrived. We'd had many conversations about the launch and the route the boys would take. And ultimately, the brief was to stay local, which would allow us to look after any snags or issues that arose, which is pretty standard stuff. Well, so you'd think. Not in Colin and Sean's world. After a visit to Liverpool, they decided we are going to cross the River Ribble, navigate several miles up Savick Brook, which is nicknamed by the locals as Savage Brook, which can only be described as a very shallow tidal stream, all in a brand new boat. Oh, and for good measure, we'll do it on the highest tide of the year, film the entire journey, and take the lovely Pat and Eileen, who also had one of our almost brand new boats, along for good measure. I was obviously not keen. The thought of having not just one but two of my boats swept out into the Irish Sea and having to be rescued by the Coast Guard, all very likely broadcast on the BBC News, was not sitting well. When expressing my concerns to Colin, he stated, "I need not worry. Sean served in the Royal Navy." I swiftly replied, "Colin, he wasn't an admiral. He was a chef. He made the Queen Mum's bacon butties." So if you've ever seen the aptly named vlogs Don't Sink on the Ribble link and the return leg swept away, you'll note Pat off narrowboat done working, praying to God by doing the sign of a cross as he was about to exit a sea lock. This being one of the many sleepless nights the boys gave me. Over the 2 years while navigating their way around the canals, if they weren't chasing burglars up the towpath at the dead of night in their underpants, being rammed by super yachts on the Thames, or nude sunbathing on the roof of my boat, they generally be planning their next round of mischief. Now back to the secret cupboard. I have in my possession, my lords, a couple of items from said cupboard. So one day, whilst visiting the boat to carry out some snagging work, the boys decided to nip to the local pub, grab some lunch, and pretty much leave me to it. And whilst carrying out the necessary repair work, the cupboard sort of popped open. It was locked. And the items literally fell into my tool bag. Colin, for all of my sleepless nights, today I've chosen my revenge. Should I return the treasure? Item 1. A rather fetching foxy dressy up.
He knows how to put these on.
I shall pass amongst the crowd. Would you like to pass it around and have a look?
Don't sniff the tail.
Okay, maybe we can auction these off for a charity at some stage in the future, as they're from such a famous location on the boat. Okay, so item 2. Now, initially, I found this item extremely strange. And I asked myself, who in their right mind knits a cheese sandwich? Not just one cheese sandwich. We have 4 hand-knitted cheese sandwiches. Okay. Well, then I found the note. The accompanying note from a fellow boat YouTuber who shall remain nameless.
Cheese sandwiches.
Stating how much they secretly admired the boys and lots of their lovey-dovey stuff and lots of other lovey-dovey stuff. So, Carl, you can stop blaming Sean for nicking the treasure. It was me. All joking aside, ladies and gentlemen, it has been both mine and Sue's absolute honour to be part of the boys' journey on Silver Fox, and to now watch from afar the joy and happiness they bring to so many people's lives by living theirs to the absolute full and sharing it all with us. We will be friends forever. Thank you, and I shall pass you over to the room.
To the room. I thought it said room. He says groom, doesn't it?
Boom!
I thought that was a really nice speech. I don't know where the fox's tail came from, because that's definitely not from my cupboard.
I remember your face, though, as he says that he'd found stuff in the secret cupboard.
Thanks, Kev. I knew it was going to be hard to follow your speech. And I was right, I couldn't follow a word of it, Scousers. Do you know what the scariest thing is right now? We've all got something very important in common. None of us have got a clue what I'm about to say next. Most of you know what I'm like when I start talking, so when I was writing the speech, I thought, I'll ask Google how long the ideal time is for the groom's speech, and according to Google, the groom's speech should last about as long as I will in bed tonight. So, toast to us, thank you. I've not even started yet. First of all, thank you all for turning up. It wouldn't have been the same without you all here, although it probably would have been a lot cheaper. Speaking of cheap, can anybody from Yorkshire give us a big loud cheer? Notice how most of them are sat near the front, so we can keep an eye on the cutlery. You shouldn't laugh. It's thanks to the Yorkshire folk, like Sean mentioned, that we've all got gift bags. We were going to leave a little card in the place saying that we donated the wedding favour money to charity, but we knew what the reaction from the people from Yorkshire would have been. All this way and not a bloody mini candle or a jar of marmalade. Both of us are proud Yorkshiremen, but after living up here for nearly 3 years now, it just feels like home. I love wearing a kilt. And this is just the perfect place for us to finally have the wedding that we've never had. So it's true, we married 18 years ago in a dark and depressing registry office in Pontefract. Yeah. Horrible, dreary day. But we never actually had a wedding. Sorry, no offence to people from Pontefract. But it's actually 32 years since we first met. That was an awkward moment. Do you remember it?
I do.
I was boinking his boyfriend at the time, so pretty awkward. I was 19. You were what? 48. 48.
Older than me.
It's weird how things change. I think back when we first got together, our bathroom cabinet had a bottle of Dupe, some KY jelly, and some condoms in it. And if you look today, it's probably a bottle of Ralgex and Sterident tablets and some laxatives. Hands up if the ones that are laughing is because it's true. Bless him. He was losing sleep about his speech. He's been losing sleep about his speech for months, haven't you? He was all right, though, last night, don't worry. He slept like a baby, waking up every 10 minutes, crying, wanting a feed. I've been talking long enough yet. Can I sit down? I really ought to start reading what I've got written on this card, shouldn't I?
You did, yeah.
Right then, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, undecided, Andrea. This is the best day of my life. It honestly is. And it is because of everybody that sat here today. So you, and you, and you, and you, but most especially to Sean. One of the best things about having a wedding 32 years after we got together is I don't need to sit here and prove what I'm going to do in the future because we've already done it. You already know that I love you and that you mean more to me than life itself. Give over. But whenever anybody asks me the secret to the relationship, I tell them one of two things. The first is a line from that Gladys Knight song, Midnight Train to Georgia, where she says, I'd rather live in his world than live without him in mine. And I mean, that's probably just her sort of saying nicely that she puts up with him, but I like to think that it's because none of us are perfect, and if we all just learn to accept each other and each other's little flaws rather than trying to change each other, I just think that makes for a more understanding, more compassionate relationship. And I think that's one of the things that's kept us together over the years.
Absolutely.
The other secret, which I can't take any credit for, is Sean's ability to master selective hearing.
Hey? What?
The older we've got, more life just seems to be shouting what from different rooms in the house. Doesn't it?
It is, yeah.
As much as I want to thank everybody personally for being here today, I can't do that because there's too many of you, but I do, and I will get around to it at some point today. I do want to say a couple of very specific thank yous. When I first came up with the idea of getting married and scared Sean to death by ringing him while he was at his sister's, and all you could hear for a mile around was, how much? I was really overconfident and thought, this is going to be pretty easy, I can organise this myself. I got in touch with Lucas about this place and got this place booked and the caterers and the florist and the cake. And I thought, I'm going to get this done within an afternoon. And the next morning I rang Vanessa when I realised that I had absolutely no chance of organising it. Vanessa, stand up Vanessa, has literally been... Vanessa's literally been my guardian angel this last few weeks and has done so much today. So I can't thank you enough, Vanessa. We've got some gifts for you. We've got some gifts for you that I'm going to bring up a little bit later. Thank you. Thank you so much. He's going to hate this. Jamie. Told you. Jamie sat down here at the front. We've known each other for, 12, 13 years? We've worked together. I say work, if ever you saw us, we were like two 10-year-olds in a playground. I worried about when you got your first motorbike. I stood by and laughed as you were sick the first time I took you to the gym. But you were always more than just my best mate. You're the son that I never had, but that I'm as proud of. You're the brother that anybody would love to grow up with, like you were lucky enough to grow up with Sean. But then Foxes Afloat happened and I moved away. And then Scotland happened and I moved even further away. And as time flies, you realise how much you miss the people that you love. And I love you, Jamie, always have, you know that. And Sean knows that too and is strangely very understanding about it. It means everything that you both hear. Beautiful Lucy, that we've met for the first time. And it's been too long. So thank you. You're so bloody cute together, it makes me sick. Kev, finally, before I look at his face. Look at that. Put your face up, look at the people. Before I take my revenge on you, I actually want to thank Sue for getting you here in one piece and making you look beautiful in that kilt. Look at that.
Thank you, Kev.
Kev's told you the story, so I'm not going to repeat that. But the very first conversation I remember having with Kev was when he rang us up to say, why don't you come and film one of our boats? Why don't you come to the workshop? And I said, we're not really interested in buying a boat off you. So we didn't think we could afford it. But his reply was like very, very sternly, I don't want to sell you one. It is true, isn't it? At the time, we didn't think we could afford it, but the truth is that without Kev, there would have been no Silver Fox. Without Silver Fox, none of us would have been sat here today. So a lot of people have got a lot to thank you for, least of all me, most of all me. I did write that down right as well. You kept me sane-ish when I was flapping. You kept me grounded when Foxes Afloat took off. But most importantly, you believed in us, believed in me. I knew we were going to get a brilliant boat, but the bonus was getting such amazing, loving, loyal friends in you two. And that means more than anything. I don't think you can actually comprehend the impact you've had on me, but it's the reason that you're sat here today. Your dinner's going cold, you know. And Sean. What is there left to say about my innocent, virginal, blushing bride? Sat there in his kilt, apart from shut your legs, there's a draft.
I've got my sporran down.
You chew food so loudly the neighbours complain and they live half a mile away. You have a talent for turning bedrooms into walkover wardrobes. You don't know how to use the washing machine or load the dishwasher, but every single day since we first met, you make me feel loved. You laugh at my little jokes. And there's nobody in the world I'd rather be getting married to today. I can't imagine or would want to live life without you. I would say that I want to grow old with you, but I think we've missed that bus now. Finally, before your dinner does go completely cold, I would like to finish this lecture with a toast. So please, everyone stand, if you would, except for Angie. I've always believed that what's meant for you won't pass you by. I don't think it has for me. So here's to love, to laughter, and many, many, many happily ever afters. Thank you. Thank you.
I hated my speech.
I thought all the speeches were amazing. I thought they were good.
I hated mine. Yours got more organic laughter, kind of belly laughter. You would say something and people were just like, do you know what I mean?
They were like what?
Not in like a special needs way, just like funny because you were funny.
Oh, look, we're in the walled garden now.
Oh, so it's more eye contact. Ah. That's so uncomfortable.
Do you remember the chair?
So, yeah, there was this, when we were in that conservatory, they got you sat in a chair and me stood behind and it looked like Lou and Andy from Little Britain, didn't it?
It was awful.
Look at you holding your head.
I looked like I was in a wheelchair. It was awful.
So that's the walled garden, which is in the grounds of the castle. It's literally what it says on the tin. It's a garden with a big wall around it.
Yeah.
And there was one of the lodges there where some friends and family were staying.
Which is where we're walking towards now.
Well, I think we're walking towards the other lodge, which is where some of the boaters were. So there was Derek and Pauline, Nigel and Lorraine, I think Jules, and then Fran and Rich.
Fran and Rich, yes.
And they were all in the lodge that I think we're walking towards, because didn't Fran and Rich come out and we got a photo with them?
Yeah, we did, yes. Yeah, there they are.
Yay, there they are. But we got all the boaters together, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we had kind of groups of friends staying in different lodges around the grounds of the castle.
Yeah.
More photos. Tom and Tom, some good friends. The guest book. And we got all these photos. We got people to take photos with this Polaroid camera.
Like little selfies.
And sign them. And then that's the Great Hall again, which they repurposed again, ready for the band. And the kind of evening entertainment.
Chart Society, they were called.
Yeah, the band were amazing from Glasgow. Really good band. What's the lead singer called? Callum.
Yes.
And he was a really nice guy, and he got everybody warmed up. And then he got us doing some Ceilidh dancing.
Some Scottish Ceilidh dancing.
Which none of us, well, a couple of the neighbours have done it before, but we never had. So it was all a bit embarrassing.
Car crash.
A bit of a car crash. Callum ended up getting hold of you, didn't he?
He got hold of me to show me how to do it.
The Ceilidh dancing.
Yes.
And I think I ended up kind of hovering behind one of the neighbours who could already do it. Do you know what I mean? To try and copy.
We tried following
it didn't work. I mean, as you can see, It looks funny. It actually looks a little bit like we know what we're doing.
It does.
It was weird because I don't dance, and I actually, well, if you can
Well,
call it,
neither of us danced, really, do we?
I moved nearly to the rhythm. Does that count as dancing? Oh, thank you, thank you. I will never dance again now.
Put it this way, in 32 years, it was the first time I'd seen Colin on a dance floor.
Yeah, he didn't say dancing, just on a dance floor. And then the night was over, and we stayed over. Some of the guests left that night, didn't they?
They did.
Some more stayed over, and we all had breakfast on the Sunday morning, and then we all started to go. And that was the really sad bit because we were kind of packing away after that 2 days of just amazing, absolutely an amazing experience. As soon as we got everything in the car and shut the door and driving off, I started crying. I don't think I stopped until we got home, did I?
I think you cried all the way home.
I had the proper post-wedding blues for weeks.
Yeah, it was. We were sort of moping round, weren't we?
It was awful. I mean, it was awful nice, but just I was more depressed than I thought I was going to be.
Yeah. What, depressed that you got married?
No. But what an experience. I mean, it's something we could never do again.
No.
We could never afford to do it again. But I don't think it would ever be like that, would it? It would never be the same. It was just, I think, like anybody's wedding, isn't it? It's
once in a lifetime.
It is once, well, hopefully. Not for some people I know. And they do it several times. How they afford to. You can understand why the second and third marriage are a cheaper thing, can't you? And there you go. That was our weekend at Ardross Castle last August, getting married. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yes.
Don't forget, if you want to watch the version without us, pop over to Patreon, or if you're a YouTube member, it's in the members section there. I'm all emotional now.
I know.
I think I need to go have a lie down.
I'm going to have a beer.
All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.